Hey EDG, I'm Shravan,
And I'm Joe.
and welcome to our second video of the year.
Today we'll be talking about the Azerbaijan and Armenia conflict that is occurring in the Nagorno-Karabakh region and is continuing to develop as a story each day.
The debate over who has a claim to the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh is centuries old. While the region is within Azerbaijan's borders and internationally recognized as Azeri, it is predominantly inhabited by Armenians. As such, Armenia lies claim to it as well. Both countries claim that the territory is part of their cultural heritage, which has led to frequent conflict over the territory. The first major conflict was the Karabakh War from 1988 to 1994, which saw Armenia gain control of the region.
However, in 2020, Azerbaijan launched a second offensive against Armenia into the region. Dubbed the Second Karabakh War, or the 44-Day War, this war was a resounding success for Azerbaijan, with it ending in them taking a third of Nagorno-Karabakh until Russia, the dominant power in the region, mediated a ceasefire between the two nations.
Ever since the war, Russia has deployed peacekeeping troops in the region to prevent further violence. However, with the onset of the war in Ukraine, Russia has decreased its presence so as to deploy troops stationed to the front lines of Ukraine. As a result, it faced criticism from Armenia. Worried about another Azeri invasion, the president, Vahan Khachaturian, has lashed out at Russia about its lack of support for Armenia and sided with the West on Ukraine.
In recent days, the far larger Azeri military made major inroads into the disputed region. After blockading the region for many months, Baku announced that they would be engaging in local anti-terrorist activities after they claimed that landmines killed 4 of their military personnel and destroyed some vehicles. After Stepanakert, the largest city in Nagorno-Karabakh, came under assault by Azeri forces, thousands of ethnic Armenians began to leave the region for the Armenian territory outside the borders.
One of the major political allies of the Azeri government is the government of Turkey, as many Azerbaijani people are ethnically Turkic. Turkey additionally has a hostile relationship with the Armenian government due to disagreements over the Ottoman-led Armenian genocide. Turkey has continually supported Azeri territorial claims to Nagorno-Karabakh, and Turkish President Erdogan visited Baku on Monday to reaffirm his support for Azerbaijan and strengthen their economic ties. Further aiding Armenian concerns about Russia, the Kremlin released a statement approving of their meeting. Turkey has long had a tenuous relationship with the West and NATO despite being a part of it, and this recent development will likely increase these tensions given the US and EU's position on the conflict.
The position of the EU and the West as a whole is complicated, as due to ongoing sanctions against Russia, the European Commission brokered a natural gas deal with the fuel-rich Azerbaijan as a stable energy source. Both the EU and the United States diplomatically support the Armenian government, but have done little to nothing to materially support them. However, fears of an ethnic cleansing have arisen due to Azerbaijan decisively taking control over Nagorno-Karabakh and their claim to evacuate ethnic Armenians from dangerous areas. This prospect could alter the West's position on the conflict and could potentially create further diplomatic strains depending on how Azerbaijan handles the population of ethnic Armenians now residing in their territory.
This story has picked up dramatically in recent days and is likely to continue to develop even more as we learn how Armenians in the territory are handling the defeat. While there is still hope for a mostly peaceful resolution to this conflict, there have already been over 100 deaths in 2023 alone, not to mention the thousands who were killed on both sides during the 2020 war. Only time will tell whether the region will stabilize over the coming years.